Shalom, shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off this lesson by giving all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Alright. Salutation, peace, and blessings to the hopeful elect. Lord willing, this lesson will be edifying. Alright. It's a nice day. I decided to go on a little walk instead of taking the metro home. You know, the spirit was on me. I don't know. I stepped outside. I said, shit, it's a nice day. Might as well get to walking. And as I'm walking, I said, might as well do the work. You know, why not? So it's not too much of a walk, but still a walk. You know? So walk and talk, man. You know what I'm saying? Let the spirit flow and do what it do, man. Alright? And as the title entails, this week, this world produces weak individuals. Okay? These people have been accustomed to comfort. Okay, these people have been accustomed to living la vida loca. Let's say that. Okay, living their best lives. Okay, but the Lord is about to bring an end to all that folly, an end to the abundance. Okay, that this the Lord will bring an end to the false sense of security that these people have. Okay, as it says. And again, Salakia, when I get scriptures, it might take a while for me to get scriptures because I don't have the Bible app on this phone. So I have to get it straight from the online. Okay. It says here. It says here in Ezekiel 5. Ezekiel 7, I'll start at 5. Thus said the Lord power, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. Okay, so that's not me speaking. That's not no one else but the Lord himself saying these things. Okay, the Lord is going to bring evils. Okay, an end is come. An end of what? An end of this wicked kingdom. An end of that false sense of security. An end to wickedness. Okay, well, it says that corruption has an end. Okay. It says here, the end is come, it watches for thee, behold, it is come. Alright, so again, as I mentioned, the Lord has the intention to bring an end to these, to the folly, basically. And with the folly comes that sense of security, okay? That these people, you know, in this world, man, okay? People are so accustomed to having everything at the tip of their fingertips, okay? Everything is so accessible, all right? And they don't really know the struggle, okay? The Lord takes us out of that comfort zone, coming into the truth and seeking to follow Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. It says in Sirach 2, let me get that. It tells you, Sirach 2 and 1, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Okay, so coming, again, that straight walk. Okay, you're coming to serve the Lord, prepare yourself already mentally to face hardship, okay? To face evils, okay? It's not going to be easy, all right? You're already in that mindset that, hey, you're going to go through hell. You're going to catch it. He that departed from evil becometh a prey, okay? That's the mindset that we have going against the world, man. Striving to walk in righteousness, man. Okay, we already know in a mindset that we're going to be against the ways of this world, man. Okay, it's already done. We're fighting in a sense, an uphill battle that has already been won. Okay, so we're just going through the motion. Okay, we're exercising faith and working the fruits of the spirit. Okay, doing what is pleasing unto the sight of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, knowing that this evil place, this evil kingdom is going to come to an end. Okay, so us, we're being trained, molded, and in the fire of adversity. As it says, verse 5, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. So us, we're being tried, okay, the trial of our faith. Okay, we're going through adversities, we're going through hardships. Okay, now, okay, even if, as it says, the just, we go through the straight things, okay, and we hope for wide, while they self-restrict things, but they don't hope for the wide. Because regardless, if you're in the world or if you're in the truth, you're gonna catch hell, because we're all under the curse of being the sons of Adam. Okay, we're all the sons of Adam. Okay, through Noah. Okay, and because Adam went off. Okay, we all have to toil. We all have to sweat. We all have to work hard for bread, to sustain ourselves in this wicked kingdom. Regardless, you have to go to work, unless you're one of the elites, unless you're one of the Rothschilds, But regardless, whether if you're high class or low class, okay, you still have to wake up and go work. But regardless, the difference between those that are in the faith and those that are not is that our hope is not in this place. Okay, so us were mentally, so us were mentally detached from this wicked place, man. You see? Yeah. Okay. Being the servants of Yahweh Hashem El Shai, we have been taken out of the world, out of darkness. So our hope is not here. We're hoping for the downfall of this place. Okay? Well, even the Lord is going to bring so much evil. Okay? But it says what? The fact that we understand that He's the one bringing these evils. He's the one that is in control. That's going to give us peace of mind. Okay? It says here in Isaiah. Isaiah 33 and 6. And it reads, wisdom. Yeah, I think I took the wrong turn. I'm going to keep going down. Yeah, it says here, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Okay? So the fact that you have this knowledge, that you fear the Lord, you call upon his name, okay? You're going to be, we pray that we're part of those that are marked with that mark of exemption, okay? They're going to be set aside from the judgment, okay, that the Lord is going to bring, and that we may be delivered. Because again, regardless, the just shall be scarcely saved, because we're going to have to go through it as well, okay? The Lord is not going to take us out of the world. There's not going to be such a thing as a rapture, okay? Because we're going to be on the earth while the evils are here, okay? But again, the Lord has his eyes set upon the righteous to deliver them, okay? To save them from affliction, okay? Yeah. See? So again, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times. Alright? You see? While everyone's catching hell, the Lord will protect us. Alright? Keep us moving. We're fighting the spiritual battle here and then, and it's making us mentally strong. Okay? Mentally able to endure the hardships that the Lord will bring. Okay? Because we've already been through it on a certain level. Okay? It's like passing a test that you've had all the answers for months ago. Okay, all we have to do is memorize the questions, memorize the answers, and we'll pass. Okay, but these people, they have no idea. Imagine waking up and you get to class and you don't even know there's a test. Okay, as it says, the day of the Lord will come upon them as a thief in the skies, as a thief in the night. Okay. Okay, it's gonna catch them unawares. Okay, they're not gonna be ready. They're not gonna know what's going on. Okay, you see, they're gonna be through, man. You see, and again, that goes into us having that wisdom and knowledge and stability. The stability comes from the fact that we know what the Lord's will is pertaining to this place. Okay, and what the Lord's will is pertaining to the kingdom to come. The fact that He will establish righteousness on the earth through Yahweh Shai, through a righteous order, okay, through His elect, okay, which we pray that we are part of that number, okay. But again, pertaining to how don't be fooled, man. What's still this lesson is, don't be fooled, man. These people now, they act tough, okay. They act like they have nothing to lose, Okay, they act like they're big shots. Okay, but really they have nothing, man. Once you take away their riches, once you take away their strength, okay, once you take away the pride of life, these people, they have nothing, man. Okay, they have no hope, they have no faith. Okay, they have no integrity. And you're gonna see that. You're gonna see that in the days to come. How these people fold, even to the point of becoming cannibals. Okay, even to the point of killing one another. Okay, and you'll see it, man. That's what the world has to offer for those that are in the world, because they're mentally weak. They produce weak individuals. The world, okay, the world produces weak individuals. Okay, which don't have the fortitude, the mental fortitude to overcome the evils that the world will bring. Because again, the day of the Lord is like no other day. It's like no other since the creation of time, man. Okay, you put World War One, World War Two, the flood. Okay, the flood, um, the plagues. Okay, all these things. You put all these things together, it's still not close to what the Lord will bring. Okay, upon this earth, like the flood. Okay, you see. And that's how these people, these army people, there's muscle-bound guys, okay? These rich individuals that trust in their wealth, okay? When it's all said and done, and they catch it, and the Lord takes away all their security, okay? Takes away the against false sense of security, okay? There's gonna be, it's gonna be known, it's gonna be made manifest. How weak how weak and pathetic the people in the world are now. Okay, because they trust in vain things that are not able to deliver them. Even as to their idols. Their idols. You think yourself to be somewhat spiritual or religious, but if you're not worshiping Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, your your religion is vain. You know. Again, you're just gonna be accounted as one of the idol worshippers, man. You're gonna be accounted for those that were born in vain. All right. So with that, I'll just end it here, straight to the point. Okay. The world produces weak individuals. Actually, let me see. Let's see if I can get 2 more scriptures, and I'll close out. Mighty man forbear to fight. It says here in Jeremiah 51 and 51, it's like and 30. Go to it. I'll jump. Jeremiah 51 and 25, and it reads, Behold, I am against thee, destroying mountains, said the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Destroying mountain is, again, speaking of Babylon, aka America. Babylon the Great, okay, Mystery Babylon, okay, say destroy mountain, okay, because Babylon has been set as a golden standard, okay, a golden cup in the Lord's hands that have made all the nations drunk, okay. So Babylon, aka America, has been set up to be the standard, okay, of beauty in the earth, okay. So people want to follow the ways of America, but even I wouldn't even say that now, because now the witchcraft and the wine is starting to lose effect, and the nations are starting to sober up. And as pertaining to prophecy, now the nations are starting to wake up and sober up from the folly that they had to endure pertaining to Babylon. Okay, people don't trust America anymore. People actually want to fight against America. Okay, as it says, let the weak say that they are strong. Okay, people are sick and tired of the folly and the madness and the death that's being pushed off America's vibration. Okay, but that being said, it's a destroying mountain, because not only do they destroy the earth itself, the Edomites being the wicked, not being able to rule the earth, okay, not being able to rule the earth according to how the Lord wanted it to be, but also in the sense that there's destroying the state, the mindset, the state of mind of these people, man. Okay, see, just as the ruler of the city is, so are the citizens. So are his citizens. So Esau Edom is as death, and he's pushing a vibration of death upon the people. Okay, he's destroying his people. An unwise king destroyed his people. Okay, so in a sense, that's how this world is creating weak individuals. Rather, a righteous king, a righteous ruler, would seek to empower his people. Okay, he would put his people before his own, before himself. But Esau doesn't think like that. Esau is a demon and can never be satisfied. He only puts himself first, and he doesn't care who has to get destroyed for him to benefit, uh, for him to obtain instant gratification. Okay, so I'll finish that. Again, Jeremiah 31, Jeremiah 51 and 25. Behold, I am against thee, O destroyed mountain, said the Lord Yahweh Hashem Shai. So again, the Lord does not bless America. The Lord wants to destroy America. Okay? Which destroy all the earth, and I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and roll thee down from the rock, and I will make thee a burnt mountain. Again, emphasis on how the Lord will use fire to purify that land, and making an example of what happens to those that live irreligiously. Okay? Those that live their lives without having a second thought of serving Yahweh B'Ashem Rashad. Then he jumped to verse 30, and it reads, the mighty men of Babylon, so the army, okay, their military force, okay, have forborne to fight. Okay, the mighty men, you can even put like I said, the muscle-bound guys, okay, individuals that in the world you think that there's something, oh, this guy can fight, okay, he's a mighty man, okay. It says here, they have forbear to fight, they have remained in their holes. Their mighty men had, their might had failed, okay, because you have to understand that in that time, the Lord is going to do so much great wonders that, you don't have power in your hands, man. Okay, they're weak. Their knees shall become weak and feeble. Okay, the Lord is going to remove their false strength. Okay, just as he did. Okay, even as he did to Samson. At one point, the Lord wasn't dealing with Samson. Okay, and he took away his might, his power. Okay, took away his power. Okay, but then the Lord came back and gave it back unto him. See, but again, they have their might. It's like their might had failed. They have become as women. They have burned her dwelling place. Her bars are broken. Okay, so these mighty men are going to become like women in that day, man. Because the Lord is going to bring so much evil, so much destruction, so much judgment upon the earth that these people are going to lose it. They're not going to have answers for what the Lord is about to bring on this earth, man. Usually Esau has something to say. Well, technically, because of the way that the sun is rotating, we're running out of water. He always has something to say and a so-called solution, which is actually death, which is not beneficial unto the people. Okay, but in this time, you won't have nothing to say. It's going to be evident that the Lord is the one bringing those evils on the earth, so that His name may be magnified. Okay, and His prophets and His servants, those that fear Him, will understand that. And they will turn to Him, and the Lord will provide for them. So that, okay, and again, in those times, your strength and your might is going to be revealed. Okay, it's going to be truly revealed. Okay, if you serve Yahweh B'Ashem El Shai, you will remain strong and steadfast for His name. Okay, you will remain confident in faith. But if you're in the world, you're going to grow weaker and weaker and weaker until destruction, until judgment. All right, everyone, this was edifying. Okay, until next lesson, shalom, shalom, shalom. Shabbat Shalom.